We have a major injury update regarding Luka Doncic, and this has some serious implications for the Dallas Mavericks. As we all know, on Christmas Day, Luka Doncic left the game early in the second quarter with a weird non-contact injury that they did rule a calf strain, the same calf strain that Luka Doncic has been dealing with over the last several years. And at first, we didn't know the severity of the injury. They said he'd get MRI scans. In the upcoming days, they'll have some form of timetable for his return. Well, in the wee hours of midnight, Shams went to Twitter to break the news to everybody that we now know that Luka Doncic will be out for at least a month until he gets reevaluated with his calf strain. So in this video, we're going to go over the full report from Shams, see what's going on with the Dallas Mavericks, and how can they actually maneuver from this injury and continue to win games. How's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavs Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, our last video only got 232 likes. I understand if you don't like me, but I know y'all love the content that I'm giving you guys. So if you enjoy everything that we're doing here at Mavericks Digest with the live streams, the watch-alongs, the news vids just like this at midnight, make sure you like this video, and I'd appreciate it greatly. But like I said, it's about midnight at the time of this recording. I was getting ready to go to bed as I got to be at work in the next 6 hours. And then my phone just goes buzzing crazy as the reports came out of a timetable for Luka Doncic's return. And just as a quick recap, as we've been covering on this channel over the last 2 days, Luka Doncic did leave the game on Christmas Day early in that second quarter with a calf strain. He had a weird take in the post. He had to pass the ball out. He didn't get back on defense, as some people are making a big deal out of. But obviously, he had a calf strain. He had to walk off. And he did end up leaving the game in crutches. And then after this report, we had another update saying the Dallas Mavericks are bracing for star Luka Doncic to miss an extended period of time after sustaining a calf strain. Sources tell me and ESPN McMahon, Doncic left the arena on crutches today in Dallas. He's expected to undergo an MRI on Thursday. And as of now, the saga has now concluded that the Dallas Mavericks star Luka Doncic will be reevaluated in 1 month after sustaining a left calf strain on Christmas Day, sources tell ESPN. And I want to start this off saying I feel like the Dallas Mavericks are going to be okay. I know this is not what we want to hear right away. I know we don't want to hear about any major injury, and I do want to preface this saying that Luka Doncic is going to be out for at least a month. They did say specifically he'll be reevaluated. So this calf strain is going to fall more in the area of moderate, where like I've been showing you guys, with mild it's about 1 to 2 weeks, a moderate grade 2 strain is about 3 to 6 weeks, with the grade 3 severe, which is about 8 to 12 weeks. So he's going to be reevaluated in a month, which means this is a grade 2 left calf strain, tear, strain, whatever you want to call it. It is a grade 2, but that doesn't mean that he's going to be back right at that month. That's just the earliest that he could return. If he needs more time off, if he's not fully healed and ready to come back, then obviously we'll have to miss more time without Luka Doncic. But like I said, I feel like the Dallas Mavericks are going to be okay. I mean, I think Nico Harrison did an amazing job at constructing this roster. As we all know, the Dallas Mavericks are 6-2 on the season when Luka Doncic doesn't play. And although January does have some pretty tough games, that doesn't mean that it's impossible. Kyrie Irving has been playing amazing. Ever since Klay Thompson came back from his injury, he's been shooting a lot better, looking more confident, looking less lost, hesitating less. Obviously, Derrick Lively and Daniel Gafford still struggle sometimes against other bigs, but Kyrie Irving knows how to use those guys very effectively. And even though we do play the Suns today, and Nurkic has been a problem for us, I believe that Jason Kidd and Kyrie Irving will know exactly how to handle that problem. And as we all know, PJ Washington being one of our best defenders and one of our most reliable rebounders, this team is more than enough well-equipped to handle any significant time that we may miss with Luka Doncic. Not saying that we're going to win all of our games, but I think that a lot of people can agree that we're fairly confident that we're deep enough to where we have a lot of players that we can throw out there at any given night. I mean, even Maxi Kleber, we've talked about many different trade scenarios regarding Maxi Kleber over the last several weeks, but over the last few games, Maxi's looked a little bit more confident. He's hitting his threes. He's playing great defense, and I'm not saying that he's the Maxi of old. I'm not saying we got prime Maxi right now, but as long as we have guys that are out there trying their absolute best, they're putting in 110% effort, and guys like Maxi who may be turning a corner, that could be a good thing for the Dallas Mavericks. We also don't have a timetable for Dante Exum's return, but it's to be believed that he should be back in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I think the Dallas Mavericks do have a rough month up ahead. I think it's going to be a few games that are going to test us, but that doesn't mean that we're going to fail that test. We have a lot of guys that can step up. Najee Marshall, who Hopefully he's really coming back from that upper respiratory infection. That game on Wednesday against Minnesota Timberwolves on Christmas Day, Najee didn't look too well. The game before that, he didn't look too well either. Hopefully with these days off, the rest that he's gotten, he's able to come back and really step up, because we know what Najee Marshall can do when he's in the starting lineup. We also know what Quentin Grimes can do when he's in the starting lineup. We also have Jaden Hardy back. We have the right personnel. It does suck that our main guy, our number one player, is out. But this doesn't feel like the last few years of the Dallas Mavericks, where if Luka's out, who knows if we win games. Luka's going to miss a month at least. We may as well just tank and try and get a lottery pick. One year we actually did that and got Derrick Lively, but we're not that same Dallas Mavericks team. You could argue that we have 3 stars if you want to include Klay Thompson. And even if we're down Luka Doncic, we still have 2 stars in Kyrie Irving and Klay Thompson. I think the Dallas Mavericks are more than capable to handle any amount of time Luka's going to be gone. Hopefully he's not going to be gone for the rest of the season, but if it's a month to maybe 2 months max, I think this team can definitely be well above 500. Not saying we may slip to the 5th or 6th seed, but I do believe that we will win more games than we do lose. I just know that those losses are going to hurt a lot more, because we know what would happen if we had Luka. That's what we're all going to say, right? But a few things I do want to show you guys right here is that the first 4 games that we got coming up within the next 5 days, we're playing the Suns today, the Trailblazers tomorrow, we got the Kings on Monday, and we got the Rockets on Wednesday. The Suns do not have Devin Booker, although Kevin Durant has been playing very well. They do have Bradley Beal, but Bradley Beal is not really Bradley Beal of Washington. So we could sneak that win, but obviously it's going to be a full team effort to get that done. We play Portland for the 3rd time, I believe, now this season, so that should also be a win for us. We do play the Kings after that, which the Kings have been kind of spiraling. They just lost to the Detroit Pistons. They got an issue with De'Aaron Fox and DeMar DeRozan, so who knows what that game looks like. I heard Sabonis is also dealing with some kind of issue as well, so we could potentially steal that game. And then the Houston Rockets, who have been playing very, very well this season. They're a very young and talented team. It will take a full team effort to win that one. And those are just the first 4 games that we have coming up, just to show you how serious this is, that even though Luka's out, the team should be able to handle these games. It's just going to be tough, and that's okay. We don't need the easiest path. We can take the tough path and still come out on top. We saw the Dallas Mavericks, this same Dallas Mavericks team, aside from a few additions, make it all the way to the NBA Finals as a 5th seed. We also saw this same time frame last year, we were on a losing streak right before the trade deadline. We were dealing with a whole lot of issues. We made some trades, things turned around in the second half of the season, and we made a run for it. Things may not look good right now, but I truly believe that Mavs fans feel a lot more confident in this team this year as compared to years before. Like I said earlier, Nico Harrison has done a very good job at building this team, and we have a lot of guys that are actually playing a lot better than what it looks like. And just to finish this video off real quick, I want to show you this. Teams with the best offensive rating in the 4th quarter in the 2024-2025 NBA regular season. And right there at the top is the Dallas Mavericks. We have the best offensive rating in the 4th quarter. Last year, we were the most clutch team in the league. This year, not really so much, but that doesn't mean that our offense slacks off at all in the 4th quarter. This could also just attribute to the fact that the team doesn't always come out with the right energy. They kind of save it for the end of the game, where we have had to make these mini runs to just come out from behind and try to win these games. But that shows you that we're better than what we may feel like we are. Another thing I want to show you guys is the best plus-minus per game among sophomores in the 2024-2025 NBA regular season. And Derrick Lively has the best plus-minus out of everybody in his draft class. He wasn't Rookie of the Year. He finished in 3rd place. There's other players that a lot of people would say are better than Derrick Lively. But Derrick Lively in his sophomore season, although he does have his problems and deficiencies, is playing very well. And the last thing I want to show you guys, just to instill some confidence, is that best above the break 3-point percentage in the 4th quarter in the 2024-2025 NBA regular season. And on the top 10 list, you've got Klay Thompson at number 3 and Kyrie Irving at number 7. We got 2 guys in the top 10 for best above the break 3-point percentage. And those are just some of the things that we're going to need to keep in mind in this upcoming weeks and possibly months without Luka Doncic, is that we're not just a bunch of role players hobbled together trying to just follow Luka Doncic to the finals. We have a real team, and we've seen that already. Like I said, the Dallas Mavericks are 6-2 without Luka Doncic so far. If we can continue that trend, I think we can get through January, and from then onward, it should be an easy cake for the Dallas Mavericks. I think the rest of our season after January gets a lot easier for us. Luka Doncic comes back right before the playoffs, fully healthy, and we make that run back to the finals. But it starts with one game at a time. Tonight against the Phoenix Suns, I will be going live for that game, so make sure you tune in. First game without Luka, We got to start off with a dub. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you think that we're fine, that we got a pretty deep roster, and that the team can handle it? Or do you think we just got to throw in the towel, may as well just tank for Cooper Flag? Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. We could have a conversation about it. But that's what I got for you guys today. Thanks for making this far to the video. Make sure to check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing a giveaway every single month on this channel. The only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But until next time, y'all take care. Drink water. Peace.